The night hung heavy like spilled ink over Blackwood Falls when the knock echoed through the quiet. 3 soft raps against the rusted metal door of the Iron Forge bike shop. Inside, the last motor was winding down, its pipes still ticking with the day's raw heat. Jack Stone, Harlan, leader of the Blackwood Hells Angels chapter, glanced up from his cluttered workbench. Nobody showed up this late unless trouble was brewing thick as fog off the river. He wiped his calloused hands on a rag, the grease smearing like war paint, and cracked the door open just enough to see. 2 little girls stood there, shivering in the chill, their bare feet caked in mud from the backroads. Tears streaked their dirt-smudged faces, and the older one, maybe 9 or 10, had her arm slung protectively around her sister's shoulders. "Please, mister," she whispered, her voice cracking like thin ice. "Our mom's hurt bad. She's dying." The wind howled behind them, whipping leaves across the empty lot, carrying the sharp tang of pine and distant thunder. Stone's gut twisted, his broad frame tensing under the worn leather vest. "Who did this to her?" he asked, his tone low but edged with steel. The older girl looked up, her eyes wide pools of fear. "Mean guys. They came yelling, broke stuff. Mom told us to run." The words landed like a gut punch, stirring something primal in Stone, memories of his own rough past flashing like lightning. He dropped to one knee, his massive shadow enveloping them without threat. "What's your name, kid?" "I'm Lily," she said, hugging her sister closer. "This is Sophie. They hit Mom hard. She won't wake up. We ran all the way here 'cause we saw your bikes once, and Mom said you guys help people sometimes." Stone's fists clenched at his sides, years of hard living keeping the fury locked down. He stood, scanning the dark tree-line, then turned back. "You did right coming here. You're safe with us now." From the shadows inside, a couple of his crew stirred, tools clattering as they approached. Brock, his right-hand man, stepped into the light, his inked arms flexing. "Boss, what's going on?" Stone's voice dropped to a gravelly command. "Grab the truck and the first aid kit." No chit-chat. The guys moved like a well-oiled machine, tough riders with hearts forged in fire, but disciplined as vets. Stone snatched his jacket off the hook. "Lead the way, Lily." The girl nodded, wiping her nose, and they piled into the vehicles. Minutes later, the convoy rumbled out. 5 Harleys flanking a beat-up van, engines growling through the misty night. Headlights sliced the gloom, bouncing off slick roads and overgrown ditches. Stone led on his bike, the throttle steady under his grip, while in the van, Lily and Sophie huddled under a scratchy blanket, staring at the red glow ahead. Brock's voice crackled over the walkie. "You buying this, Stone? Could be a setup." Stone shook his head against the wind. "Nah, those eyes don't lie. Kids like that, they've seen hell." The road twisted narrower, past derelict barns and frozen creeks, until they hit the old mill trail. Stone killed his engine, ears straining in the silence. Then it came a weak cough, a groan floating on the breeze. "Over there." Lily pointed to a faint glow in a rundown shack hidden among the oaks. Stone signaled, and his brothers fanned out, ghosts in leather, ready for anything. He shoved the door open, hinges screeching like a wounded animal. Inside, a woman sprawled on the splintered floor, one arm twisted unnaturally, blood matting her hair. A kerosene lamp flickered weakly beside her, casting long shadows on the chaos, overturned furniture, boot prints in the dust. "Mom!" Lily darted forward, but Stone caught her gently. "Hold up, let me check." He knelt, pressing fingers to her neck. "Pulse faint, but there. She's hanging on," he muttered. Brock slipped in behind, eyes darting. "Looks like a beatdown. They left her to rot." Stone's jaw set hard. Lily knelt too, whispering, "We tried to fight them off." Stone's gaze softened for a split second before icing over. "Who, kid?" "Names." The girl hesitated, then whispered, "A guy called Vance. Mom said he used to ride with you all." The name hit Stone like a chain whip. Vanceek's brother, kicked out for crossing lines no real angel would. Stone's blood boiled, but he kept it caged. "Get her loaded up. We're taking her home." They carried her back to the clubhouse, a fortified old warehouse on the outskirts of Blackwood Falls, where the crew lived, fixed rides, and patched up wounds. The place hummed with urgency, now engines fading to whispers as they cleared a table for her. Stone spread out blankets while Brock grabbed supplies. Finn, the ex-army medic they called Doc, took charge. She's roughed up bad cracked ribs, head trauma, dehydrated as hell. Whoever did this meant business. Stone watched, fists tight, as the girls hovered nearby, brave but breaking. Lily fetched water when asked, her small hands steady despite the shakes. That one's tougher than half the riders I know, Brock grumbled. Stone nodded, his mind already on Vance, the traitor staining their colors. We track him down, he said quietly. This ends. The crew murmured agreement, the air thick with unspoken oaths. Morning broke gray and unforgiving, the clubhouse quiet save for the drip of coffee and the whir of fans. Tessa, the woman's name they learned from the girls, breathed shallow but steady. Stone stared out the window at the dew-kissed bikes, sleep evading him like always. Brock walked in with a notepad. Word from town. Vance is enforcer for the Shadow Creek gang now. Lowlifes shaking down folks near the mill for protection money. Stone turned, light catching the scars on his face. He's gone too far. Brock paused. This ain't our fight, boss. Stone's eyes narrowed. It is now. From the hall, Lily peeked in, clutching a ragged doll someone had dug up. Is Mom gonna be okay? Stone's voice softened. Yeah, she's a warrior, like you. That afternoon, engines revved in the yard as brothers geared up. Word spread fast the Prez was mobilizing. Inside, Finn checked Tessa. She stirred, eyes fluttering. Where? Safe, Stone said, stepping near. With the Hells Angels. Fear flickered in her gaze, then eased. My girls. You saved them. He nodded. They saved you, really. Tough kids. A tear escaped her swollen eye. I figured we'd die out there. Stone's jaw clenched. Not on our watch. She went sitting up. Vance. He'll come back. Stone's hand steadied her. Not if we stop him first. Tessa searched his face. Why help strangers? Stone glanced at the girls playing outside. Because someone pulled me from the edge once. Pay it forward. That night, Stone sat in the dim garage, cigarette glowing like a defiant spark. Brock approached. You think Vance is dumb enough to show? Stone exhaled slowly. Not dumb arrogant. Thinks he owns this valley. Brock folded his arms. Talk or take him out. Stone flicked ash. Depends on him. Headlights pierced the dark Finn back with meds. But another rumble grew. Foreign engines snarling closer. Brock tensed. Company. Stone's hand found his piece. Not the friendly kind. Rouse the boys. Hold fire till I say. The yard erupted with thunder as strangers roared in, tires spitting gravel. The lead bike skidded to a halt, rider masked and smirking. For more followed, Patches screaming Shadow Creek MC. Vance in the middle, older, meaner, eyes like slits. Well, if it ain't the do-gooder angels, he sneered, killing his motor. Stone stepped out, his vest shining under floodlights. You beat on a woman and kids, Vance. That's not tough, it's weak. Laughter barked from his crew, but it rang false. Preaching now, Harlan? Your patches don't make you gods. Stone held steady. They make us accountable. Unlike you. The air crackled, every angel poised, breaths held. Vance dismounted, boots crunching. She's my problem. That's mine to settle. Stone's voice turned lethal. Not anymore. You forgot honor. Silence stretched, wind rattling chains on the fence, engines ticking. Vance shoved forward, chest bumping Stone's. No flinch. You're finished, Stone said flatly. Walk, or we make you. Vance laughed, but Crack showed his guys shifting uneasy. Loyalty bought with fear crumbles fast. This ain't done, Vance spat, voice thin. They peeled out, fumes choking the night, threats fading like echoes. Lily watched from inside, knuckles white on the curtain. They coming back? Stone crouched. Not tonight, promise. Outside, the crew patrolled, weapons checked, no one bailing. This was blood now family forged in fire. By Tessa's bed later, as girls slept, she whispered, You ran them off. Stone shook his head. For now, scum like Vance festers. Why risk it? His eyes softened. Seen too many good folks abandoned. Won't let it happen. Morning light filtered in as Stone rallied the crew outside, bikes gleaming like warriors. We don't hunt trouble, he said firmly, but we crush fear in our backyard. Not Vance's game anymore. Grunts of assent. Brock grinned darkly. Hit their den first. Stone smirked. Smart man. The plan, scout, warn, enforcive pushed. By midday, 10 bikes thundered out in tight formation, chrome flashing like blades. From the window, Sophie asked. He coming back? Tessa smiled faintly. Always does. The Shadow Creek hideout lurked behind a shuttered sawmill, graffiti scars, glass shards crunching under tires. Their arrival scattered wildlife, engines idling with menace. Vance emerged, masking shock with sneer. Charity run over? Stone helmet off slow. Permanent warning. Stay away from Tessa and the kids. Vance scoffed. Your club don't scare us. Brock barked a laugh. We ain't just a club, we rekin. Big diff. Stone advanced, calm as death. Touch them again, mercy's off the table. Every patch like yours pays. Vance spat, fear masking his rage. Regret this, Harlan. Stone unmoved. Try me, you'll regret more. 2 nights on, rain hammered the roof like bullets. Inside, girls dozed by the heater. Tessa sipped tea at the table. Stone watched the storm blur the yard. You don't gotta guard us, she said softly. He half-smiled. Ain't guarding honoring a vow. Her eyes lingered. Most would have walked away. Most ain't angels. Silence wrapped them, charged. Then engines pierced the downpour. Tessa froze. Them. Stone grabbed his gear, storming out. Brock already revving. Crew assembled in the gale, lightning glinting off wet chrome. The clash hit at town's edge, slick roads, thunder booming, gas reek heavy. Vance's gang blocked the bridge, lights glaring like predators. Stone's group slowed, rain lashing. Knew you'd crawl back, Vance yelled over the roar. Stone's face stayed stone cold. Should have heeded. Chaos exploded. Bikes surging, fists flying, metal clashing in mist. Stone zeroed on Vance through the fray primal, raw. Vance swung wild. Stone dodged, slamming him to mud. Ends here. Vance spat blood. Hero complex? Stone's final punch cracked jaw. No just stopping monsters. Dawn cleared the storm. Road silent save oil slicks and puddles. Angels stood panting, victorious. Vance's crew scattered, broken. Stone eyed the horizon, knuckles raw, jacket ripped, but resolve iron. Brock whistled low. Wild ride. Stone grinned weary. Worth it. They rolled home slow, engines humming closure. Kids waved from porches, town whispering awe. Tessa waited on steps, tears mixing relief. Peace settled, hard won. Weeks blurred, bruises healed, laughs echoed. Stone hit the trails, but swung by Tessa's roadside cafe often. The help wanted sign swapped for Angels welcome. Lily yelled, Uncle Stone, at every rumble, him feigning gruff, but warming inside. Crew teased his softer side. Captain going soft? Brock jabbed. Stone chuckled. Now remembering why we ride. For folks who need thunder on their side. One dusk, a grizzled rider pulled up, patch faded but true. Heard, about Vance's outfit bolted Shadow Creek. Your name's gold now. Stone shrugged. Ain't for fame. The man handed a patch. Strength endures. Stone stitched it hidden, a silent creed. Brotherhood, grace, power sans cruelty. Next dawn, he rode the ridge, sun gilding the valley. Story spread in cafes, pumps angels as saviors, vigilantes sparking debate. Stone let it be. Parked overlooking lights, he pocketed a photo. Tessa, girls, crew grinning post-storm. Ride true, he murmured. Engine roared, horizon called. Proof scarred souls can ignite hope. What do you think were the angels' heroes stepping up where the law fails, or dangerous vigilantes playing judge? Should bikers like them take justice into their own hands? Or does that just breed more chaos? Drop your hot takes in the comments below, smash that like if it got your blood pumping, and subscribe so you don't miss the next story that flips the script on right and wrong.